Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we talk about Larimar City New Phase 1. I know some of you're Larimar City owners and investors, and you do not know that there is a whole new Phase 1. What I don't mean new, but I do mean Phase 1 is different. It's a little bit changed. You guys can see what it is. You'll know where to go. And before I forget, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mic check, mic check. Make sure that you can hear me loud and clear because we have a lot to discuss on this Wednesday afternoon. First things first, let's talk about beachfront Java. There's a cold front that's moving inside the United States, and beachfront Java has that special blend, premium blend of coffee and tea. Go over there, use the promo code SSN Lifestyle. All caps, all one word, and you receive a discount for life after your first order. Free shipping for everybody, whether you use the code or not. And therefore, we're supporting our own Professor Auntie Val and family. So go there, show some love, order it up now. Also, May 13th, 14th, and 15th, we return to the Dominican Republic. It's the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Investors Forum. May 13th, 14th, and 15th. You know what we do. We put you in position to win. Do you need to find out about residency, immigration, or business startup or setting up or real estate investing? We have you because we go see attorneys. Just not one, but just not two maybe, but you will be able to ask them questions, no strings attached. Also, on another day, we will be going to check out projects. You just never know where these projects will be. It could be in downtown Punta Cana. It can be inside Vista Cana. It could be Macau. You just never know where we're going to go, but you will have an opportunity to get the lay of the land and check some things out. And last but not least, we also delve into banking. We can set you up with banking, so therefore you don't have to spend 5 to 6 hours of your hard-earned time off to sit in a bank. So therefore, we get you pre-approved, so you'll only be at the bank for about an hour to an hour and a half maximum. So that's what we do, and you got to show up. Go to ssnlifestyle.com or stopstrugglingnow.com to get your tickets now. $199.99. And as soon as we get up to 5 people, the price goes up. Just so you know, get in early. It's only about 3 months from now. So get your plans ready, get your Airbnb ideas. Stay in the Los Corrales area, El Cordacito, but preferably the Los Corrales area, around La Bruja on that side of Los Corrales, El Cordacito, because restaurants, nightclub, bars, casino, beach, less than 5-minute walk. And prices are typically some of the most reasonable on the island, especially on that end of the island where Punta Cana, Cap Cana, and Bavaro and all of that is together. So that's what we're starting with too. Now, if you don't think that's enough, make sure you make comments down here because we're talking about Larimar. You know I don't have anything to say generally, but I thought it was worthwhile because you guys, we have a chat room. I want to know from you what you think. I have my opinions, but let me know what you think that's going on with Larimar. And a lot of you I know are impatient. A lot of you are like me. We know August 30th, 2025 was your last payment. You know September 2025 was the claimed delivery date. We know that your eyes do not deceive you. There is no building, there's excavation, is what I'll call it, going on. We know what excavation is. You're moving rocks around, busting up rocks, moving dirt, putting them on dump trucks, getting that dirt out of the area, and creating a level environment. That's about it. So just want to let you guys know they haven't went much further than excavation, but now we start talking about the rubber meets the road. Are you going to be able to build? We know they can't build 17, let alone 17 floors of one tower in about 7 months. But that's where we are, because in 7 months, it's August. In 7 months, it's September. This is the second month, right? That's right. It's September now that I'm thinking about it. We know they're not going to be finished 4 or 5 towers in 7 months. Hell, I don't even know if they're builders at this point. But I digress. I'm not going to try to be negative. All I'm trying to say is we will see what happens. We know what's going to happen, like I've been saying the whole time. But do you believe? I had to throw that in there because I know some people are going to be watching. Hell no, I still don't believe you. Now, do we believe you'll be done at the end of 2025? No. Do we believe you're going to be done by the middle of 2026? No. Do I believe you'll be done by December 2026? No. We're talking about first phase today. Where am I going to get all this information? Well, you guys know. First, smash the like button so the YouTube gods know that you're in the house, that the Twitch gods know that you're in the house, that the social media platforms know that you're in the house. You got to hit the follow button, the like button, the heart buttons, whatever it takes. Now, Christian Nathaniel, I can't pronounce that. Christian Nathaniel, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. You live in DR? No, I don't live in DR, my man. Nope, but I visit at least, 5 or 6 times a year, I would say. But the next trip up is in May. Maybe sooner. It all depends. There has been some resurrection. Some people on the island that owe me money, all of a sudden, they wanted to, I don't know what to call it. Maybe they were like, I guess I'll give them some of the money we owe them because our word of mouth that we discussed, and we're going to break our word, but we'll give them about half of what we owe him. So yes, I might be there a little bit sooner. Who knows? But that does avoid op number 1 list. I have a list of ops, ladies and gentlemen. One person has escaped. Others, we will see. But nonetheless, we're going to be talking about you know what. Larimar, one of the most hottest anticipated projects in all of the DR, let alone in some parts of the world. But there's been a change. Brian P., welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Mr. Dividend has arrived. Thank you so much for being here. And Mr. Dividend, thank you so much for giving me that donation. I humbly appreciate it. On Cash App. That's right, because we are demonetized, ladies and gentlemen. And is that any shocker? No, it's not, because we say what it is, do what it is, and we set things right. Now, let's get down to business with this tagline, shall we? Happy day, Eric. Thank you. I hope all is well with you. Yes, things are moving along. Happy day, SSN family. Smash that like button. Give it a 1 piece. And he says, I got the notification and saw the trailer on the reboot. Thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate that information because what happened, I started a live stream. All of a sudden, EV Mux wanted to reboot. I said, oh my God, it's because my computer shut down because I left the battery out of it and I forgot to plug it back up. So it was shut down and then therefore it cut everything. And then my reboot situation was happening. So I had to set up a new live stream just so we can make it happen today. And so I want to thank Brian P. for being in the house. And he says it right. We are making money in here, ladies and gentlemen. Emerging millionaires. Where are you at? Come on down for the ride. And don't forget, we want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Some people don't realize there are many owners who watch this channel. That's why I had to put up Larimar Nation tonight. We had to put it up because some people are going, oh my God, is there something new? Well, there is something not really new, but kind of new. For me, it's new. There's several reasons why it's new. Is because these guys have the audacity to actually have a Larimar City website. And can you believe on that website, they actually have posted where they are going. Now, some of you, all of you, if you are an owner, you received an email that also says where they were going. They sent a Larimar City magazine that I think you can sign up for. You can download. But you know, I don't like watching magazines that are issued by the person making or building or creating whatever they say they're going to build. Why? Because it's skewed. It gives you like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're all good. Here's our press clippings. Like I said, I played sports, ladies and gentlemen. And here's one of the things that when you play sports and you have to play the game, you actually have to participate. There's a winner and a loser. You can't go by press clippings. You actually have to go by doing the damn thing. All the press clippings in the world don't mean nothing when you come match up with me, right? You can be All-American and score 20 a game. You can be All-American Division I and score 20 a game. But when you show up to play with me, you ain't scoring 20 a game. The press clippings I don't care about. I need to see you perform when you're in front of me. Now it's time to go. And that's where we're at right now. So therefore, when you have all of these little renderings, when you have all of these little things going on, who cares? We want to see actual work being done. I want you to show up and be like, hey, man, come on down. Here's where we're having our live stream. Let's talk to our owners. I have an invitation to Larimar City. You guys know you can always come on. I love you even though you guys don't love me. But the point of the matter is, you know how that love fades over time when somebody has to give up money in return for services, in return for their building of their unit. And then it looks like it's 7 months to go. No go zone, not happening. You're not building no towers in 7 months or less, nor 9 months or less. I'll give you to the end of the year. We'll give you to 6 months after. So March of next year, which is 1 year from now, there will not be what's happening. Anybody else got anything to say before we get started? Because we're about to go on the stream. Check out your emails when you get time. You know what time it is. So what else is time? Go get your tickets for May 13th, 14th, and 15th at SSN Lifestyle. StopStrugglingNow.com like I've mentioned before. There's something else I'm missing. You guys know when you're going to invest or do anything in the Dominican Republic, like you want to set up a business, you want to do immigration, you want to get residency, then you need to see an attorney, you need to see a lawyer. Well, guess who has a Zoom call tomorrow? Our man, the preeminent Johan Confidante has a Zoom call tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm not hosting it. Not this time. He's doing it all himself. So if you want to register, hold on. Let me see if I can go find. Oh, yes, I do have it. So I'm going to put it in the chat room. Check it out. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, why is that a search? That's interesting. I now see why I was messing up before. Just noticed something. They have 2 boxes here. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. That is the form for you to register for the Zoom call for February 6th, which is Thursday, February 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Register, and you get to ask questions. That's right. He's there, live. So some of you have sent me questions saying, what do you think of Larimar? I said, hold on, man. Hold on. Sent the guy a message just before this live stream. I said, hey, he has a live stream tomorrow night, February 6th. You ask him what you should be doing, if anything. Let's just get real, ladies and gentlemen. The justice system, no matter where it is, does not help those who have already given money to anybody. The bottom line is once you've given your money to somebody, it's theirs. Whether it's the bank, whether it's anyone else on the planet, it's theirs. If you do not get your goods or service or what you were paying for, then you know traditionally and always you have to go to court. You know, if you go to court, you're going to have to wait, who knows, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years, and you know you're going to have to be paying out of pocket. Who's going to do pro bono? Hardly anybody, because there does take time. And then you have to file papers, which cost money. They're minor, but it's still a money pit before you can even get any reprieve, and you don't know if you're going to get reprieve. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And so therefore, you have it tomorrow. In the chat room, you can find the link so you can go get registered. This is what it looks like. So no matter where you're watching from, no matter who sees this on replays, it's in the chat room. So you have no excuse. And there is no link that I can give OCC Lawyers, because that's what he uses. That's the .com, OCClawyers.com. I'm just saying. But don't miss February 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at wherever the Zoom call is going to be. Sign up. Then you'll get a link. And that's why you play around with some of the best guys on the planet. And that's who shows up. Now, let's see what else we got going on before we get into this page, because we're about to go over here and talk the talk, walk the walk. Let's see. Let me get this on screen. Now, I have to admit, things do look very, very nice, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know what you think about this. I had to look at this 2, 3, 4, 5 times because for the last 2 years, I was sitting there thinking, man, year and a half, was it? 2022? Oh, wow. 22. No, it has been 2.5 years. Geesh, the last 2.5 years, I was thinking the Farallon, the boardwalk, was going to look a certain way, was going to have levels to it. Well, I don't know so much about levels. I also don't know about all the shops that was supposed to be along the boardwalk. But here's the new stuff. You guys can see it on the screen a little bit. Let's get to it, because you know, we got to have some love, right? Got to show some love. Let me see. I'm going to do it a different way. Let me see if I can. Nah, we'll do it. We'll just make it one screen so everybody can see it. Mic check. Mic check. All right, let's go. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see for yourself. This is phase 1 right here. Now, look at this. Horizon View, Prime Towers, Breeze Towers, Paradise Towers, golf villas, and townhouses. I don't know if these are all for sale, but we do know they were selling Horizon View, Prime Towers, Breeze Towers, and Paradise Towers, and lots where the golf villas go. All right. Now, some of you may be looking at some of this right here, looking at golf course, and not realizing there is now a golf course in phase 1 that's on the Farallon, the boardwalk. Now, I have to make comments because we have a lot of people that don't know anything about this. All right. And at one time, there was supposed to be a hotel with bungalows over water on that Farallon boardwalk. Now, it's supposedly some sort of like executive 9-hole golf course or putt. I don't know. They're calling it a golf course. So now there's going to be 2 golf courses, a 9-hole golf course and an 18-hole golf course. Now, I just can't hold back my opinion. First of all, I find it as a novel idea, yes, but I question how many people are going to be golfing. I question this greatly. Trying to make this, a 9-hole golf course is not a reason why people are going to be traveling here and carrying their golf clubs and expecting to play on a 9-hole golf course. That's not really a thing. Plus, the fact, locals generally will not be able to afford nor play golf. So again, I don't know why you would make two golf courses, but it takes up some room. That's all I can say. Now, let's get into it a little bit more, right? You guys see what's happening. Let's go here. Let me know what you guys think. But look at this. This is all first phase. Now, I'm a little bit confused. We look back here, golf villas. Now, apparently, you buy a lot for 105,000. Um, that I guess you're how it used to go. You would go get a developer, and they would build your property for you. Now, with inherently comes situations. If you're going to buy a lot, then your lot would have to be titled to you. I would imagine in America, it bet you should not be building on a lot unless you have the title to the lot, right? So that would actually have to be subdivided, I would imagine. So maybe they're doing it right now. So after you get it titled, then you're going to have to get permits to build, and the developer or whoever's going to build for you would have to do all that. So it's a 2 or 3 step process, right? So that's the first thing. Over here, golf course. Now, this right here has changed or something. These are renderings, so I don't know, but it looks like there's more holes. See here on the outside? So we're supposed to have 9 holes in the first phase. So it appears that's still true. And I guess another 9 holes in other phases. Now, I will say one thing and one thing only. I like how there's a lake here and all that. But what I want to show you is I wish instead of having this, I wish they would have carried some of the holes towards the cliff and had like 3 or 4 holes where you had ocean view while you're playing. Since you're not at the ocean like a Punta Cana golf club or at Cap Cana, you would have at least had a few holes instead of these 9 holes over here, golf course at the beginning. Now, I want to show people that the 9-hole golf course is here. Also, you may notice Horizon 1 is here. Or, sorry, Horizon 1 is here. Notice they're only showing 1 Horizon building. There used to be 2. Now there's 1. So that's a change. Prime Towers is still where Prime Towers, all 4 is going to be. Paradise Towers, I think there's supposed to be 4 here. Then you have Breeze. Oh, wait, what's this? Origin Restaurant? Okay. All right, fine. Then you have Breeze Towers here. So, and then you're going to have Harper's Condo Hotel here, which they don't show, so that's in another phase, obviously. Breeze Towers was supposed to be in phase 2, meaning at the end of 2026. So I don't know now. It says phase 1. So I'm a little miffed. The Origin Restaurant has been shown already where they are planning on having seating, a swimming pool, and they've chopped up a circle, which I guess is going to be a sauna or something of this nature. So that is pretty close to Prime. Prime Towers, and if we're driving by Prime Towers on the back side right now, we go down through here and we come out at the cliff at where this Origin, I believe, is going to be. And since it's the only one on the cliff, that is the one that they are building now. Now, here's another beach club that's going to have a restaurant and a pool area. And then another beauty district. So remember when they were supposed to have a space that came through here and went all the way down, and it was supposed to be like shops and everything throughout? Apparently, that is not happening. So what a shame. So a beauty district is here in front of, well, near Prime Towers, near Horizon View. Okay. And then here we go, a clubhouse. I don't know what that means, but if you have a golf course, you got to have a clubhouse. You got to have golf carts. I think, unless it's just walking only, you got to have a restaurant here too, right? So this is a far cry from just an open, man-made beachy thing with some restaurants and little shops and stuff along the way. This is much, much different. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you guys think. A lot of people now, phase one originally was supposed to include, well, not include Breeze Towers, not include Paradise Towers, but was supposed to include some elements downtown, in the downtown area, like shopping, restaurant, bar. So now they're doing origin restaurant, bar on the cliff. But I don't know what good it's going to do if that's built like at the end, by the end of this year, because the restaurant's a lot easier to build and faster to build than 17-story buildings, 16-story buildings. But nonetheless, we'll see how this all plays out. Let me know what you guys are thinking, because I'm not on the same screen you guys are. So again, I don't have any comments here, I see. But let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to hear. Don't be shy. I know some of you are saying, I don't want to talk. I understand. I'll do the talking for you. Don't worry about it. I'm the one that I wanted my money back. They won't give it back. So don't worry about it. It's all good. Now, let's go. Phase one. Look how nice and sweet this all looks. Townhomes, golf villas, Paradise Towers, Breeze Towers, Prime Towers, Horizon View. Now, if all this is going to be in phase one, can anybody tell me when phase one is supposed to be delivered? We know it's not going to be delivered in 2025. Clearly, you can't build all this stuff in less than a year. I mean, less than 2 years or 3 years. When is phase one delivery? That's what I want to know. Did anybody get any notices on how they're going to build all of this phase one area within less than a year? I got a notification. You guys, we talked about this a week ago. Juan Andreas, the CEO of Claire HP, posted on his Instagram channel that they are going to do something unbelievable. You guys know Vista Cana. It's always been in the top 5 of one of the places to purchase and buy and invest at, where they have different developers building projects on the Vista Cana acres, because it's over 1,000 acres. So they sell the land to a developer, and then the developer builds his project. Well, Juan Andreas, about a week to 2 weeks ago, he also started a video that said, guess what it said? We welcome developers to come create their site or something like this at Larimar, which means that Claire HP apparently will not be building this whole project like they said. It appears they're going to use the model of having some other developers come in and build. Now, you guys tell me if that's good or bad. But I think, well, that changes the dynamics, because you're not going to be able to just live on the Farallon and the ocean view from there. When you start putting restaurants with a pool on the Farallon, not man-made beaches and things like that, but just a pool and a restaurant, then why am I coming all the way to Verone if I'm just going to hang out at a restaurant, a beach club restaurant, and water? I will just go to the beach. I'm not staying 25 minutes by car from the beach. That doesn't make much sense. Golf courses, they're all over the place. So you don't have an advantage there either. So now this is shrinking to me, because now I'm going to have my man-made beaches. I'm going to have my sports complex. That's going to be very nice. But then again, other areas now I could say I'm going to invest at. All right. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Anybody, everybody, anybody. All right, I'm going to keep going. Here we are. This is first phase, apparently. This is a lot. Here we go. Number one, beach club. Exclusive space with endless views designed to captivate every visitor. Okay, this is, like I said, I see a pool and I see restaurant, bar. Okay, I get it. But again, I'm going to have to come stay out here. And once I'm out here, then yes, I guess this will be very, very cool. But it's still something that is everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, this isn't different. I mean, the only difference is I could be at a beach. I can get out the water. I can be at a beach club. I don't understand. That's all I'm trying to say. This is awesome. Not to say anything bad, but it's awesome. Enjoy a private pool with solarium to relax, an infinity pool with bar for socializing, and a restaurant that delights the unique gastronomic experiences. In addition, our concert area provides the vibrant touch to complete a perfect day between luxury and entertainment. Now, out of all these pictures, I didn't see this concert area. That's all. I didn't see a concert area. So maybe, I don't know. This right here just looks like a little seating area. They probably can't move that tree. But fine, whatever. It's an open seating area. Hot, humid, all the exterior. When it's hot and humid out, no AC, no nothing. Not by the beach, but you're probably going to have breezes up there. So that's fine. All right. Let's see. Anybody see this? Again, this is probably that area that has the tree. And these are renderings, just like their other renderings. We don't know what's going to be built, but I like how this looks. This looks like an actual beach club. That would be awesome. So we'll see how this ultimately ends up, but I hate renderings. Let's get on with the game, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is out in the open. It's not AC'd. That means when it's summertime, hopefully there's breezes up there. Because when we start getting summertime and when you start getting that September, October, November weather, and like last year in 2024, people, when we came in December, they were saying it was raining every day in the month of November. Literally. So this is an open area. And again, I was envisioning something a little bit different, but this is pretty close to what was supposed to be envisioned. So you can't be too mad about O2, the clubhouse, because that looks like how part of what should have been there and is going to be there. This two golf course thing, you guys can tell me if you like it. One of 9 holes, par 3 on the promenade to enjoy a few hours of your favorite sport. Now, again, I am never a fan of extreme amounts of golf on an island. Anybody who plays golf, which is rare, are going to bring their golf clubs, which is rare. And then those that golf may not bring their golf clubs, so then they're going to rent some golf clubs. But I defy anybody. Right now is prime season in the Dominican Republic. I defy anybody to show me that you have people at 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning lining up to actually start their golf day by being at the putting green or wherever that is after flying to an island. All right? I defy anybody. Send me some videos where you got people actually just showing up to go play. And I don't mean like 5 people. I want to see like some 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 golf carts out there. I want to see multiple people at multiple holes. I want to see actual golfers lined up. They're holding and waiting up to hit their next shot because people are in front of them. That's what I want to see. Because I'm skeptical about, in fact, every time we've rolled by the Vista Cana, same little par 3, 9-hole golf course, I've never seen anybody out there. Ever. Well, Vista Cana's not fully built yet. But there are people that hang out there and they're not rolling out there to go golfing. All right. So all I'm saying is that is a waste of space, in my opinion. Their opinion, they're the builders, they changed it, that's their thing. I would have preferred a 5-star hotel, like they said. Get some high-end luxury hotel up in here. Golf is not high-end like it used to be. All right, the 18-hole golf course, sure. It's okay. That's fine. Townhomes are going to be by the golf course out back. I don't know if they're selling these or not yet. But here's the origin. Again, I'm no fan of just this pool. And they're building this right now. This is where Juan Andreas was actually showing in one of his videos. So if you go to Instagram, look for Juan Andreas Claire HP. He only has 276 followers. I'm not knocking the guy. He's the CEO. He's not supposed to be promoting anything. Larimar City, their Instagram channel is supposed to be promoting, not the CEO. So the question is, why aren't they promoting more of what they're building? That's what should happen. The CEO shouldn't be having to go out there and say, hey, man, here's where the excavation has happened for Prime Towers. Hey, guys, here I'm at Origin, and I'm going to start all that. Why isn't Larimar personnel going out there? That's all I'm going to say. That's my criticism. So here's what they're showing me. Look, this little, I don't know what this is. Sauna. Well, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It could be, it says jacuzzi. So again, it's a rendering. We have a little jacuzzi. We come out here on the cliff and hang out, I guess. And that's it. Eat something, drink something right here. Go swimming. Okay, great. Like we can't do that anywhere on the island. Again, I'm skeptical about this. You know, this is not like, this is ordinary. This is nothing spectacular. All right, Paul Castillo, he's in the house. I know who he is. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Paul Castillo, an investor at Larimar City and Resort, an investor at Cruise on Land. So maybe he'll have a comment about this first phase, because Paul Castillo, I believe he owns at Prime Towers, and he also is under contract, and I believe his contract is probably similar to mine. September delivery date of 2025, last payment August 2025. Or is it March 2026? Either way, it's not going to be done in 9 months and ain't going to be done in a year. So, what do you think, Paul Castillo, about this phase one, this new phase one? This here is going to be Origin Restaurant. They have started this, well, they've dug the holes. Let's put it that way. They have dug the holes for this, and they dug a circle area for this, and let's see what this is. So I guess this is the pool area. I don't know. But nonetheless, this right here is something they are actually building or have excavated so far. There's no building of nothing. No buildings, no structures have been built yet. All right? Nothing that's going to be important for what we're doing. They have a palapa, a pavilion there, yes. They have another thing across something that looks like 2 rooms that could be models or something, yes. But no structures of any meaningful situation that's going to be permanent. So again, let me know if, see this right here, what they're showing, this was never shown as renderings of any sort. Nothing wrong with this. You have a nice restaurant, you walk up, you have this nice view of the city and the ocean from here, as long as it's not a cloudy day. There's nothing wrong with this. This is nice. Again, but when we start, I'm different. I've done a lot of things. For me, if I'm staying in Bavaro, Los Corrales, El Cordecito, or even if I'm staying downtown and I'm not even by the water initially, I have no incentive to drive out there when all I'm going to see is Okay, I'll see the city, but that's it. I I don't stay there. I don't live there. So why am I coming out there? I'm not doing that. Just so I can come over here and eat and have a view of the city and the ocean and drive out there 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's crazy. I'll just say, hey, man, I'll just go to the beach and go to the restaurant at the beach. I'll go to Jellyfish. I mean, I'll be right there. And if you're, I'll just say it, if you're a Noval owner, their beach club is right next to Jellyfish on the ocean. They have a pool downstairs and upstairs. So, and a restaurant and a bar. So I'm like, why would I come out here? So the only people that's going to, in my opinion, come out here is going to be the tourists that are staying there. Because this doesn't matter. I want water flowing. We need that beach club that they said was going to be like the beach clubs on the beach. DJ, I was thinking DJ, music, all that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking we're just going to have a restaurant, a pool, and a sauna or jacuzzi or something and sitting around areas. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But here we go. Another one. Amuna, I don't know how to pronounce it. Amanalu restaurant. Amanalu restaurant. I think I'm pretty close. But anyhow, enjoy a restaurant with delights, with flavors only in space. Chill out for a okay, whatever. Chill out. But again, here I am, another pool. Or is this a beach, like a beach club maybe? Maybe it's more like a beach. But again, look, it's open. That means we are in a situation with the elements. So again, I'm not a fan of doing this in a place that rains a lot, has high humidity. Because after December, January, February, and March, things get kind of dicey. In April and May, it gets real dicey with humidity in June, July, and August. It gets real dicey. So I don't understand why this is this. Look, all these open areas, they're nice when the weather is perfect for 4 months. I would say perfect. But as soon as you get to that April, May, humidity levels start rising, it gets a little uncomfortable. But they're building it. So we'll see how this ultimately ends up. These are renderings. All right. So look, again, open. At least they have shade, but it's still open. Let me know what you guys think. But again, these are like meaningless to me. I'm just going to say it. I can eat anywhere on the island. It's not like special, but I like that there's, and another one. I don't know how to pronounce this one either. Limoncello. Limoncello. In English, limoncello. In Spanish, limoncillo. I think. I don't know. Because the L's are like a Y. But anyhow, a special place where everything has been thought out, comfort, whatever. We offer artificial beach. I like that. Swimming pool and solarium. We like that, right? We like that. Now, again, it's what it is. Restaurant. You're sitting outside. Again, weather related. If there's a storm, if it's windy, if it's rainy, if it's, I mean, it's open. So maybe some of this is going to be enclosed. I'm not a big fan. Open is fine, but the weather dictates what you need to build. Again, this looks open. Nothing wrong with it when it's perfect weather. Nothing wrong with it at all. Open areas. Again, this again looks like outdoors. This doesn't even seem like outdoor, but there's got to be indoor spaces. Beauty district. I don't know what this is. I mean, spas, treatments, beauty salons, and specialized retail spaces. This was supposed to be one whole long boardwalk full of shops and everything as you meandered along all of the boardwalk. Now, all of a sudden they say beauty center. Okay, a beauty center, we know what that means. Just what it says. Spas, beauty salon, specialized retail. So that's what it means. So that's another thing. All of this is supposedly going to be included in the first phase. Clearly, you can't build all this in 1 year. Let's get real, let alone the towers. Playground, again, one of my pet peeves. Acting like you're going to have kids there. No, this is why they need to talk to actual professionals. No coverings. Some of these areas heat up. So when people sit on them and things like that, there should be some shade somewhere. Where's the shade gonna come from? All this playground equipment is sitting outside in the hot sun. Come on now. Well, these are renderings, but I'm just saying you can't leave stuff out in the hot sun. I don't care if it's plastic, chromes, or steels, or whatever the materials are. You just can't be in the hot sun and expect people to grab them and touch some of the things. So anyhow, there's my little pet peeves. I mean, you're gonna need some shade. I mean, this is crazy. And quite frankly, these renderings are underwhelming. I mean, what kind of playground is this if you're talking about upscale? If you're talking about even medium upscale, what kind of garbage things are these? I'm just saying. It's disgusting to look at this stuff. It's like, what are we doing here? All right, enough. That is pretty much it for that. Phase one. Crazy. Phase one. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I talked long enough. Maybe somebody has something to say. No, here's Paul Castillo now. He's back. So I will go to the next one. Here's Tony. Tony, welcome to the S. Did something happen? Hold on. Oh. Okay, good. We have some information coming in. Unfortunately, I can't get this off the screen. Why is this stuck? We have some. I don't know who Tony is, but we have some information. We have some information, ladies and gentlemen, from a person named Tony. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. It's not the same delivery date for all of phase one. I know, because Paradise Tower, well, oh, thank you, Tony, for letting us know Paradise Towers is no longer March or June or whatever of 2026. It's December of 2026. Well, if Paradise Towers is December 2026, then that means Breeze Towers can't be December 2026. So that means Breeze Towers is moved to December 2027. And I'm hoping, well, forget about it. I know they haven't contacted any of the owners and said, hey, since we're going to go past delivery date, that we're going to extend your contract and you'll have lower payments. I know they didn't do that. So I won't even wish upon that. But let's see. Tony has something else to say about it. Tony, first of all, I know what you're saying, but I mean, really. So what I'm going to say is this. If I know phase one was supposed to be December 2025, right? We knew Paradise Towers was in phase two at one time. Breeze Towers was in phase two. So if they want to say it's now phase one is all of it, and including Prime, Horizon, Paradise, and Breeze, I don't know how you're calling phase one. If you're saying phase one is now December 2026, they are not building Horizon, Prime, and Paradise in 1 year and 10 months. All those buildings, they are not doing it. Now, I will say again, I haven't seen them drop any materials. But we're going to find out, because if they break out some panels, which means you have to do some different changes with the buildings. But if they bust out with panels, then all of a sudden you can start changing your calculations. You can go, okay, they can probably build this tower in 7 months. That's one every 7 months, let's say. You could probably start doing that. Then you could say, okay, 1 year, 2 towers, maybe 3, depends on how many people they have. You could start doing some. You could say, okay, they could actually do 6 in 2 years, plus all this other stuff. It could be doable. You could say that. But the thing I'm trying to say is, if they're, I don't think they're using panels because their buildings are intricate. That's not usual panel style building. And so therefore, if they're building it traditionally, then hell no, they can't get there in 2026 nor 2027. Especially Paradise. They're 5 buildings back. Paradise is 5 buildings back. 6 buildings to start building Paradise 1. So wherever you're going to get all these people from, I don't know. But it's a pipe dream still, I believe. All right, Tony says this. Also, Juan Andreas was just saying they can build stuff for other developers. That is correct. But let them sell it. Oh, wait, what? I'm hoping I'm not reading what you're saying. Because it sounded like to me that you said if I'm a developer and I go to Claire HP or Larimar and I say, hey man, I want to build a 200 unit whatever, and then they're going to say, well, you're going to have to go through us. Why would I do that exactly? I'm sorry. I'm not going through you nothing. What do you mean? I'm the one taking the risk for building this, and now I don't understand. Um, if I'm going to build something on land that shouldn't I own the land? Because now, if you're saying what I think you're saying, that starts being a little dicey. Because if I'm going to build something, I'm not leasing nothing. I am not building structures to lease. I'm building structures. I'm going to have title to this land. And so how's that going to be a thing? Okay, maybe somebody's going to go for it. But if that's what you're saying, it would still be built by no. But they would give the sale exclusivity to somebody else. Is Claire HP even a builder? I mean, I still don't even have proof that they can build a damn thing. They're still excavating. I mean, I'm been waiting for a month, over a month, for the materials to drop on site so they can start building a foundation. They brought in the cranes in the middle of December. Here it is now, almost going to be the middle of February next week. So it's 2 months have gone by. They're excavating still. So I'm like, I don't understand. So let me recap. Was saying they can build stuff for another developer, but let them sell it. You mean the developer sell it, I'm hoping, not Claire HP. It would still be built by Claire HP. Bull. Well, what the hell? Why would anybody do that? But they would give the sale exclusivity to somebody else. So somebody else is going to market it? Is that what you're saying? I'm a little confused. Maybe Tony, you can explain this a little bit better. That would be helpful. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there is no freaking way. I'm going to sit up here, first of all, buy some land, not have title, and hand the keys to Claire HP, who's never shown they can build anything, and say, build it. And I'm going to, what, market it? I don't think that's not the, no. If I'm coming in there, I'm buying the land, I'm developing it, and I own this. Now, if Claire HP or Larimar, well, Claire HP wants to keep control of everything like they claim they did from the beginning, then yes, what you're saying makes sense. Because they were only going to lease the retail shop spaces. They were never going to let anybody buy it. So then they can stay in control. Now, if you're going to try and use that same operation, which nobody's going to come in there and be a developer and buy something and let another company build it, and then the other company controls it. I mean, that doesn't make sense. So there must be something I'm missing, or maybe I'm just lost in translation. That's a little that's a little much for me. No way. Let's see. Maybe he can tell me. Basically, Juan Andres just told me they will sell turnkey buildings that other developers can promote and market under their own brand. So, yeah, you mean like the Harper condo hotels, right? Right. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. But that doesn't make sense. I mean, just told they will sell turnkey buildings. So what you're trying to say is they're going to build the three Harper hotels. Then you're going to have somebody else come in and promote it. That really doesn't, that's not a, no. I'd be shocked if they actually had people doing this. I really, really would be shocked. Because again, I don't know. There is nothing on the island that Claire HP can point to and says, we built that. And there is no way I'm coming in to do anything with somebody that's never built anything as far as I can tell. And I'm supposed to believe that it's built up to some specific specs. I'm just saying, if you're trying to be one of the better builders, I'm not letting somebody else build. I don't understand how this works. Sell turnkey build. Yeah, it sounds like what you're saying is that they're going to build the Harper in fact, it doesn't even matter. This could all go towards Horizon, Prime Towers, any of the towers it can go towards. But what you're sounding like you're saying is, I'm going to build Prime Towers, and then I'm going to have the other developer promote it and market it under their brand. So that sounds like the three towers for Harper condo hotels. Now, I don't know why a project developer would do that, because you would want elements of your brand. You would want everything to represent your brand. Now, Harper to me is not nobody. Sonesta and all these guys, they're just regular hotels. I mean, they're nothing special. So it makes sense if some low end, well, they're not low end, but some medium grade Harper would want to do that. They would say, okay, you build it for us, and then we'll promote it as a Harper condo hotel, and we'll pay you guys X amount. Now, I can get that. I can get that. But I'm not going to get Prime Towers is going to look a certain way, and then somebody's going to come and start well, it's already sold out. But I mean, is that their model for every building now? The Breeze Towers, they still got to make three Breeze Towers. They have one they're selling. There's still two more. Paradise, the first Paradise is actually a building, but Paradise 2 is supposed to be a condo hotel. That building is supposed to be a condo hotel. So everybody, I don't get it. To me, that's like mumbo jumbo. They're trying to kill two birds with one stone. I'm thinking they're going to build it. People are going to pay them. That's what it seems like to me. Because the alternative was 2.5 years ago. We're building everything. We're Claire HP. Don't you know our work from South America? You know our work. No, I don't know your work in Dominican Republic. I'm still waiting. So now I'm hearing, oh, you guys are going to pay us to build your stuff. That would indicate you're not building it for you. The whole thing was they were supposed to be building Larimar themselves. That was the sell point. They were going to get help with the pools because that was something I talked about. We talked about, okay, you guys aren't in the man-made beach business. Don't worry. We'll get somebody else. We're developers. We'll be able to figure it out. No big deal. Okay, fine. Because you know who's building the beach. They've been going all over the world building man-made beaches. So that's who I thought was going to do it. But they said no at the time. That was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. But who knows? Things might have changed. So who's going to be building the man-made beaches then? Somebody else, right? No, I'm not a fan. I'll just say it. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all, man. Eric, I tuned in a little late. Are all 4 Prime Towers in Phase 1? Yes. The whole damn thing's Phase 1, man. I don't even know what Phase 1 means. Tony here says that phase one for Paradise is December 2026. Traditionally, if somebody says phase one, then that means Prime is in phase one. Now they're saying December 2026. Horizon's in phase one. Does that mean December 2026? They're showing Breeze Towers in phase one. Does that mean 2026 December plus 6 months? So June of 2027 for all of them? There's no way. That's 2.5 years from now. You're not going to be building 8 buildings. Not the traditional way. We're back to the numbers. You can't. Numbers don't lie. So the guys at Larimar know. The German. You know what I'm talking about. No, I don't believe, man. I don't understand. But yes, Paul Castillo. Since you mentioned it, here I'll go show you again. Since some of you who may have arrived late, here's phase one. We click on this, and here it is. Right before your eyes, this is what they're claiming that they're going to be building. This right here is astonishing to me. So now Tony says December 2026. So to me, again, I'll get into phase one. Phase one, he's saying has extended. I still question then if phase one's extended to December 2026, then how come they didn't add 13 months on everybody's contracts? So then their monthly payments would be lower. That's the question, right? See, all I'm learning about the Dominican Republic is all these guys smile in your face, talk all this garbage, acting like they're the shit. And then after they get your money, you find out all that smiling in your face, you can trust me, bro, and all that bullshit is just that bullshit. All of them are doing this nonsense. They're no different. We thought they were different. These guys came in hot. We're on the stock exchange overseas. You can trust us, bro. We built stuff in South America. You can trust us, bro. We're building stuff for other companies here on the island. You can trust us, bro. Why would the CEO of the company move his family over here and other top executives move their family over here, bro? You can trust us, bro. Yo, bro, it's all good, bro. That bullshit. So here we are, and Tony's saying, hey, Eric, the phase one that you know, what was supposed to be delivery September 2025, is now including these other places, which was previously phase two, is now going to be December 2026, all of phase one, which they've never told anybody. Does it, in fact, anybody watching this that's an owner of Larimar, did you receive any correspondence about Prime Towers, Horizon View, that delivery was December 2026 or beyond? Who here knows that you're supposed to have delivery after 2025? Because I don't think any notifications were sent out. Trust me, bros, because that is the real deal here. Integrity of the situation. You didn't send anybody any messages. All you did was say, hey, we have a new magazine, download it. Hey, we have this right here, download it. Here, we got a new, here's some new renderings. Here's some new pictures of what we're doing right now, excavation. But there's none of this talk about, hey, what's going to happen? No talk about, hey, we changed the Farallon. We're not going to have those 5-star hotels where we said they were going to be. And by the way, we're adding a 9-hole golf course up here. We're not going to have that shopping center type of shopping center meandering along the boardwalk. We're not going to have different levels on the boardwalk. None of that's happening. So this is all phase one. They're going to be out here building 9 holes of golf out here. There's supposed to be a sports complex back here. When is all this stuff going to happen? Then they're talking about these Paradise Towers, Prime Towers, Breeze Towers, the Origin. I mean, look at all this stuff. Beach Club, Beauty District, Clubhouse, which, do they even talk about? Oh, this is the clubhouse. This is not a golf clubhouse. So that is where this went to. Interesting. So this is the club. I thought it was a golf clubhouse because of where it was. Okay, let me see if these correlate. Beauty District. No, it doesn't correlate. Okay, so I don't know what that clubhouse is, but two golf courses. And again, so now you're going to build a 9-hole golf course in 2 years? Wait, 2 years is 2027. You're not building a 9-hole golf course in 2 years. Well, okay, a three, yeah, par three. Okay, you'll be on the borderline. So yeah, February, March, April, May of 2027. Yeah, and you could actually have it going by the end of 2026. It's 9 holes, but you're doing it twice. You're doing an actual 18-hole golf course with 9 holes and a 9-hole par three golf course. Two golf courses. So is Total Golf doing both of them at the same time? The 18-hole one will take longer than 2 years to build the same 9 holes. I can tell you that right now. So we're talking 2027. But nonetheless, again, golf is, whatever. Here's the origin again. That's what they're dealing with right now. This is where people can actually go up there. So you'll start to see how the distances are between Prime Towers and where the origin is. And it's very, very close. Because you can actually go to the pavilion right now. So right now, when you come in, the way the area is open, it appears you can drive right through here and you go right by Prime Towers, and then right now you come in like this and you park right in here, and then you walk down here, and this is where the pavilion is. And then they started putting in that seating area, and right next to that seating area they put in a plan on putting in this Origin restaurant. So that will be there. Now the question is, you guys understand with a restaurant there are certain qualifications, right? You guys understand. You have to have grease traps. You have to have other things that go along with. Interesting. Okay. Do you have to have grease traps? DB Family Trends, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday Night live stream. And he says, Eric, hey Eric, do you think Cruise on Land is going to be done in September 2025 for phase one like they said? No. 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 They're using panels, by the way. Okay, first of all, DB Family Travels, did you invest in Cruise on Land? Paul Castillo, once again, he invested in Cruise on Land. Did you buy in building 1, 2, 3, or 4? Because if you thought phase one included buildings 3 and 4, it no longer does, unless they've changed it back. But I don't think they will, because there's no way they're building 4 buildings in the next 7 months. They haven't even finished 1 building and they're using panels. They just started like November. They're going to finish their building, but probably in another 4 months. They're going to have 2 of them. So can they finish by December 2025? 2 buildings, not 4, 2. Building 1 and building 2. And what about all the other amenities? They're going to have 100+ attractions, right? Because you have to pay a monthly fee on top of your HOA to allow you or your guest to go use the attractions. I don't know what the cost was. It was minimal at one time. I don't know if it's risen. But no, I do not think there are 2 buildings. And I don't even know. First of all, there are 2 buildings and a water park will not be done. Water park is not going to be part of their phase one like they originally said. At least if it was, they'd be showing it right now. There's no showing of any water park being built. Wave pool. That's what one of their, I shouldn't say water park. Wave pool. I don't see that being built right now. All I see is one nice little section of building 1 being built. They're on 4th or 5th floor, half of the building gray out. Well, they're in the gray out phase. They still have three sections of the building because remember, it's like a U shape, right? You got to have a pool. You're going to have a kid pool. You're going to have I think it's a bar, snack bar kind of setup all within that your section. So right now they're just in the gray build out. They're not near done for the gray build out in the building. It looks like there's going to be another month. So it'll probably carry into March, maybe even April, just for this one section. They're probably going to start on the second. But it's not like they're going to build this whole thing in under 4 or 5 months. Not going to happen. So they have two buildings they have to build that's in a U shape, and they still don't even have any amenities showing that they're building. So whatever you think phase one is, let me know, because I know what phase one was supposed to be, and it ain't going to be that by delivery of September 2025. They're saying by December 2025 is what Cruz is saying. And I'm going to say this again, in all defense of all developers, on all contracts, they have an additional 180 days. That's 6 months. So if you ask me if they're going to build one building, two buildings, and an amenity or two by June or April of 2026, almost a year from now, possible. But 4 buildings, not possible. Not going to happen. So, sorry, DB Family Travels, but that's the way I see it. So far, I have not been wrong. They're not going to prove me wrong neither. Here we go, Paul Castillo. I was told when I bought a year back that they were doing the man-made beach first, then the towers after. But I don't know what they're really doing now. There isn't enough communication whatsoever. Paul Castillo, that's been one of my pet peeves. They just keep bouncing stuff out. Come get our magazine. Come. They're posting like stuff on Instagram. And I don't know wherever else, but I'm sure they are. They're advertising, doing whatever. But nobody really knows any timelines other than, well, unless you're a new buyer and they give you lies. Because I don't even know what they're telling people. They told a buyer like 5 months ago that they're going to do Horizon 1. His contract goes through like March or April of 2026. Is his payment plan out to. So I was like, well, wait, how's yours out to 2026? I didn't see his contract, but I was like, how's yours out to 2026? But delivery for most people in H1 was supposed to be September 2025. So I was confused. I was like, okay, so why didn't they extend everybody's contract till 2026 then? But yet they needed his money. So they got his money. See, I look at it based on business. They got his money telling him stuff. So then he pays down. Now, we all know 1 year and 2 or 3 months from now, they're not delivering H1. They haven't even started building H1. So they haven't even excavated areas for H1 as far as I know. And right now, it's next to Prime Towers. There is no H2 on the schematics. In case people don't understand what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about right here. Another maddening situation. I'll leave this up on the screen, but this is what I'm referring to. Here's Horizon. Anybody notice there's not 2 of these U-shaped buildings? There's only 1 now. That means there is no H, because H1 was supposed to be here. H2 or vice versa was supposed to be here. Right? Nothing was supposed to be in front of here. H1 or Horizon supposed to have their own beach club, allegedly. So I guess there's supposed to be water here just for, well, I don't know. That's for everybody should be able to walk through here, right? So I don't know what the situation is. Like Paul Castillo saying, they haven't even came out to tell the owners, hey, we changed everything. This is what we're actually doing now on the Farallon, on the boardwalk. This is what we changed. This is not overwhelmingly great change to me. Like I said, I thought this was going to be a 5-star hotel with bungalows over water over here. giving us some actual increased value by 5 star. I thought this is where 5 star hotels are going to go, where the white is. That's what I thought. 2 5 star hotels were supposed to be included in phase one. I can't read whatever these things, what this says here, but it is what it is. So those are supposed to be hotels, 5 star. Now, I don't know why anybody would come up here and put their hotel here, but so be it. Because now you're going to be surrounded by, was that 3 restaurants? Let's go look. Yeah, that clubhouse is a restaurant. Beauty District is a spa, salon, treatment center. What are 5 star hotels known for if you're going to get a 5 star? Luxury. So that means they're going to have a spa, right? They're going to have a salon. That's what 5 star hotels generally bring with them. And now you're going to have a salon and a spa on the boardwalk competing against these same people who you are bringing in for a 5 star hotel. And here's another, there's 2 of them. So they're the ones that's going to have that 5 star treatment, right? So now you're making it where there's going to be 3 places you can go get spa treatments, 3 places that you can get a salon treatment, and more, because there might be something within here eventually as well. And there's supposed to be other hotels on this boardwalk that are legitimate 5 stars. So I'm just questioning why I got 1 restaurant, 2 restaurants is the beach club, and 3 restaurants, which is this clubhouse. Now, this 9-hole golf course, I don't know how you're supposed, I don't, is there going to be pathways for the golf carts? Or is this supposedly just a walking? And I don't know. Again, I'm mystified. They need to explain themselves, because this is what we thought Horizon was going to be, for instance. Let me see if we can go check this out. I guess not. View project. Okay, fine. Let's just do it. We'll do it another way then. Projects, Horizon View, right? So here it is. This is their website, right? Larimar City. No owner knows exactly what's happening unless you've just now paid them and they gave you stories. But look, this right here shows 2 towers on, on like with right, yes, full. Now, I don't know what this was supposed to be originally, but apparently talking about something entirely different right now. And they need to explain to the general population what is happening. We don't know. So here we go again. Look, see? They even outlined there's only 1 building. So that water that was across from them, it appears to be, I guess it must be this beach club or clubhouse. That's the only thing I can think. But again, they're not doing any virtual building and plans. So you can see here, this is going to be whatever it's going to be. But again, there's no way to know what any of this is going to look like. Prime Towers looks like Prime Tower. Everything looks the same except for this Prime Horizon situation. There's not going to be 2 of these Horizon buildings according to their phase 1 map. But this is spectacular right here. You would have to agree, right? This is what people were looking for. All right. There's nothing more I can talk about. I just wanted to talk about phase 1. I wanted to see if anybody knew what was going on. Apparently, Tony does. Tony has some communication. He has information, so that's great. I'm glad he was here to people explain. Am I channel? If you haven't, new subscribers, you have to wait a minute. All right, let's see. Here we go. My COL contract shows my unit on building 4 on phase 1. Your building 4 is no longer phase 1, man. But now I think they changed it to phase 2. Yes, they did. Looks like these developers do whatever they want without notifying the owners. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You were the one that told me that they mentioned possibly you were in phase 2 now. Your buildings 3 and 4 are in phase 2. You're the one that brought up to us that depending on which building you're in, one building is going to be all inclusive or furnish it package. The other building was, yes, you can buy the furniture package, but it wasn't necessarily mandatory to have the furniture package. So one building is designed for rentals, and one building was basically where people could live. But yes, you can buy the furniture package, which now meant you could be in the rental pool. And notice I use pool because if they're doing a 60% rental number and 40% of the units are not being rented, that means the 60% of the profits is going to be shared with the other 40%. So profits for everybody is going to be a little bit lower since it's, um, it's being divided evenly amongst the 100%. But this is the problem, Paul Castillo. This is also one of the reasons why there will be a slowdown in buying in 2025. There will be a slowdown because there's a lot of people who went over there in 2018, 19, 20, 21, and even 22. Thousands of people, millions of people have purchased property, land, something to do with business, investing in the Dominican Republic. Millions of people now are being asked, hey, you remember you told me about you bought something in 2019. What's happening? Oh, it's not finished yet. What do you mean? That was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when you were all gung-ho saying, hey, come over here. Do you think people want to come join this party? Think about it. There's hardly anybody that's had anything delivered over the last 5 years. No matter where it is. Sure, the ones that are simple, like a pool and 5 floors high or 4 floors high, sure, those are delivered in 2 years, 2.5, still a little late, but they're ordinary. If you want to buy an ordinary condo and a pool, fine. Those are dime a dozen. But if you're trying to get something special because you want to do short-term rentals or maybe even long-term rentals, then you need something special. You just can't no longer, once they have another 1,000 units on Airbnb on the island, then all of a sudden you have to start going, well, what makes somebody rent from me versus you? If we both have a 1-bedroom unit and we're both 5 minutes from the beach. And then what if we're both 10 minutes from the beach? What makes somebody want to rent from you versus somebody else? That's going to come into play. So a pool and a place to stay is fine. It's going to be cheaper, but you don't want cheaper unless you have high occupancy rates. And that's where this whole thing is going to come into play this year. We're going to find out. Because if they don't get the extra million people, they were on the 8.5 to 9 million air. That was what my benchmark was. Sadly, they got 8.5, not 8.7, not 8.8, not 8.9 million. They're on the low end of my spectrum, which now means they have to gain an extra million passengers by air in order to get to the next 9.5 to 10 by air in this year. You understand what this means? In order to get to 9.5 million, let me explain. You're going to have, when the numbers come out, which, by the way, we got to check and see if any numbers came out. But I'm just going to do 9.5 million. I'm not going to do it on screen. Divided by 12. That's 791,666. So for all intents and purposes, you need 792,000 passengers by air average every month to get to 9.5. On the low end of our spectrum, that'd be an additional million people divided by 12, which is only 80,000, 83,000, 20,000 per week more. So it's not really a big leap, but you need that continual growth, because if we add, which we will, another couple of thousand units in 2025 in Punta Cana, in Santo Domingo, in Puerto Plata, in Cabarete, in Santiago, in Jarabacoa, if you add a couple thousand units into the short-term rental pool, that's going to wreak havoc, because you don't have enough people that's going to rent. And that's going to be a problem. And so that's why when you're monkeying around with something over all these years, here we go. Tony says, just guessing here, but if you want to host a major golf tournament on the main 18 holes, you would need another 9 holes where residents can play while it's going on. I would have agreed with you exactly right. I understand what you're saying, because that is actually something that is very, very good. Now, if you would have thought that, though, Tony, here's the problem. If that was your plan, then why would you do your golf courses the way you did your golf courses? Why would you have a 3-hole, 9-hole, it's a par 3 for every hole. It's only 9 holes. That means every hole is like 150 yards or less. And actually, I don't even think the holes are going to be able to be 150 yards or even 100 yards. In case you have not went out to the cliff and driven by where Prime Towers is going to be, then you will understand how much room there is from Prime Towers to the cliff. So I don't know how short these holes are going to be, but they're going to be awfully short. I don't even think they're going to be like 100 yards, half of them. So what I'm trying to get at is the 18-hole golf course, which I'll pull up in a second. I'll show you what I mean by, if I'm hosting tournaments, do you really think somebody's going to come up here and they're going to host tournaments? Yes, you would think that, because I'm thinking that. But I'm not going to get tier 1. That's the problem. I'm going to get tier 2s or tier 3s. Look at this. So look, here's your prime territory up front. Has ocean views, views of the city. You're putting the golf course in the back, surrounded by villas. No views of nothing, other than some sort of little man-made lake here and some other little man-made lake there. But for all intents and purposes, this is nothing back here. Then they branch out across the way and build another 9 holes. But look at what we're doing. This is jungle out here right now. So you're basically surrounded by trees if you don't own this land where you can chop this down. But even if you can, the Farallon's up front. This is why this whole thing should have moved. It should have shifted. They should have taken this out, moved this around, and had like this. Here goes a hole. Here goes a hole. Here comes a hole coming down. This should have been like tilted here and replaced this golf court. This area here should have been over here. So when you're coming down, you're seeing the cliff. You're seeing the city lights. You're seeing the water. You would have had at least possibly whatever. I don't know if that's a hole, but 1, 2, you could have done 3, maybe 4 holes out of 18. Right now, you got 18 holes that has no views of nothing. You're just nice little landscape. This isn't even big enough. It's only can be 100. I think it's 148 acres. That's how much this golf course is. Just so you have an idea, the PGA golf tournament courses, yes, you could have one at about 150 acres, but they're not coming to play here. because you have Punta Corrales where they actually play the PGA Tour. You have the Iguana at Cap Cana. You have the other one at another one at Cap Cana that they have already played another PGA tournament there, and those holes are on the water. Awesome, like Pebble Beach in California. They have that going on in DR. So why are you going to come up here on a cliff and play on holes that have no views, no nothing spectacular, surrounded by villas and townhomes? That doesn't make much sense. So that's why I would have went for that, except for they didn't build an 18-hole golf course that's going to want people to come play. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some lower tier that might come play, but again, they're going to pass up the PGA courses. It doesn't make much sense. I wouldn't, if you're going to be on even a lower tier, you want to play on the PGA courses. And those are in Cap Cana and the Punta Cana Corrales. Punta Cana Corrales Golf Club, I think. So that's what it is. In fact, I'll get out of this now, but I think it's Punta Cana Corrales. Yeah, there it is. Punta Cana Corrales Golf Course, right? So this is the look, man. This is crazy. This is what they got going on. This is why the PGA Tour plays here at this course. Look at this. On the water, man. You're not going up to Larimar. You're going to be like, no, we're playing over here. We're down here, ladies and gentlemen, where the actual PGA Tour is. Look at this. I don't know if this is the villa, but probably the clubhouse. That's what's supposed to happen. So how they have theirs on the water, this is what Larimar was supposed to do on the cliff, except you could see it from the cliff. Then that still gives you an air, and then make it. And I gave my recommendations over the last, from 2022 till 2023. I gave my recommendations. I said, guys, you should make that golf course close to 200 acres as possible, but minimum 175. Because if you get to 175, then you can probably build you a PGA golf course. But instead, they do 148, and then they decide to build 9-hole golf course on the cliff. That makes no sense to me. But I understand where you're going, Tony. You want to wish the best, and I agree with you. But I don't think that's their motivation. And by the way, you know what? Corrales. I'm curious. Now, this is a PGA golf course. Let's see what they say. The Corrales Punta Championship is a PGA Tour event that hosts over 120 professionals. I don't think there's a count. I don't know for golf if there's ever a count how many people actually do that. Look at this. See, they're saying the Punta Cana Resort Club, 15,000 acres, whatever. 2 championship golf courses. See, this is why they play here at this Punta Cana. Look at this, man. Look at these holes on the water. You think these guys are going to leave there to go to Larimar? Not even. And by the way, April 14th through the 20th this year, 2025, that's where it's going to be held at. Tom Fazio designed the Corrales Golf Club, which opened in 2010. Natural cliffs and Corallina quarries. So, again, seriously. And Cap Cana is building 2 golf courses there that also is on the water. And those are probably going to actually have an event. Maybe a LPGA or something, but there's no way Larimar is going to be in that tier. No way. Not with what they're doing here. Not what I've seen. And they're using Total Golf, by the way. Total Golf is not known for PGA. In fact, why don't I just get to that too? Let me see something. I shouldn't say that. I just say Total Golf. Create. Let's go look. Any PGA Tour courses. Let's go see. I don't know if they did. I'm just saying, I don't know. Total Golf Construction has built golf courses around the world. Emirates Golf Club in Dubai. The PGA Tour has also licensed courses for video game. Okay, we ain't caring about no damn video games. We're talking about PGA courses, and it looks like Total Golf, according to Google. No, the answer is no. They just built some Emirates Golf Club in Dubai. So that's Total Golf. All right. So they've built places around, but I don't see anything that says PGA Tour built by them. You would think they would, but what's this 2K23? Come on. EA Sports, TPC Network. Yeah, they're giving them credit. I didn't even know nothing about Total Golf. But anyhow, Total Golf is building something at the Larimar. Now, it's not Tom Fazio. It's not Jack Nicklaus. It's not Tiger Woods. It's not any of the professional golfers. Craig Norman, whatever his name. Greg Norman. He didn't come and build the course. So again, Total Golf. I don't know who they are, but I've heard of them. But I didn't think they've ever built a PGA Tour type of course. So again, those renderings versus real life is going to be very interesting. So some of us, I guess we should do the damn thing, right? We should go see what let's go see what the United Arab Emirates golf course looks like in the middle of the frickin' desert damn near. Well, okay. Similarly, what's going to happen probably at Larimar, because it's in the middle of a jungle, in the middle of acres. So they'll probably be looking something similar to this. Trees or palm trees or whatever along the side, and yeah, I would think this is what it's going to be, something along these lines. Makes sense. Azerbaijan. Yeah, this is nothing. So this is Total Golf right here. This is what's going to be building at so I don't like I said, they're not building any PGA events. Okay, here we go. Maybe I am wrong. Here we go. Total Golf, the Emirates Golf Club is world-renowned facility, has been rated #1 on the European PGA Tour. It is also home of the Dubai Desert Classic, European PGA Tour, another Dubai Creek Golf Yacht Club, a 27-hole championship golf course and practice area. Now, you guys know where Dubai is, and you know how much money they spend, right? But again, this is 27 holes. This is literally what Tony's talking about, where you would have 9 holes of golf and you would have an 18-hole golf course. But this is hosting European PGA Tour course is an event. Now, so here we go. So this is what I do when I study things. It's not good enough to do that. I don't know what they call this. Total is another oh, that's another course. Okay, so this one, the Emirates Golf Club. So then we do this in case people really want to know how we get information. You go like this. You go to the Emirates Golf Club, number of acres of land. So then you get to find out, right? You're like, oh, okay, you think that's pretty cool. They have a European PGA Tour. Let's see what the answer is. There you go. Bingo. 175 acres of land, ladies and gentlemen. That gets you a European PGA Tour event. That's why you needed the 175 acres, not 148, not 150, not 160. You needed 175 and up, by the way. This is why, if you study and you know things, that's why I told them 175 acres minimum and up. but I didn't know the Emirates Golf Club was 175 acres. But that's what you need for PGA golf event. Just so everybody understands. You can see it for yourself. 175 acres. And that's why I suggested to them 175. And actually, I said 200 would be better. That's what I said, because then you have extra room. So you can always redesign sections of it. And in case I wasn't on screen, you can see here they do have the European PGA Tour does stop here at the Emirates Golf Club, 175 acres. They're also saying there's another course built by Total Golf Construction, Dubai Creek Golf and Yacht Club, a 27-hole championship golf course and practice area, but not part of the PGA Tour. So there you have it. Looks like they have two Dubai Desert Classic on the same course, which makes that very interesting. And then I was showing this because it was in the small screen. The Caribbean, Robert Trent Jones. That's another one. Don't know where it is, but it's in the top 100s. But again, you're talking about there's a difference between Azerbaijan and Dubai and the Dominican Republic when it comes to golf. The people that live there go golfing. The people that live in DR, they can't afford it. The people that live there can't afford it. Uh-oh. Eric, West Side Residences. Uh-oh. Damn. I know who they are. They were the same builders and developers, as it turns out, as the beach. The first developers of the beach and West Side was all one. I went to West Side thinking I might buy at West Side, and things were fishy at West Side. So I said no. Then I went to the beach and realized, walking through the beach, I was like, because I actually asked Rosa, I said, Rosa, these doors, the furnishings, and everything look just like West Side. Exactly. She's like, oh, the same builders of West Side is the same builders of the beach. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Crazy. It looks like they're scamming people. A lot of people are suing to try to get their money back. That scares me. Damn. No, first of all, just so you understand, the West Side is the same developers that started the beach. That's why the beach had a problem. And so, unfortunately, they changed their name, and they apparently were developers in Santo Domingo that were scamming people and got ran out of town. They moved to another area and changed their name into something else, and it ended up being West Side and the beach. And that's why both of those places end up being clusters. But I didn't realize West Side Residences was a cluster because those were villas. People actually had theirs delivered years ago. They already had jacuzzis in the backyard. The units I saw was fully furnished, ready to go. The only thing is I didn't like how their development was, because they had all the pool and this one snack bar area in the back of the complex. So if you drove in, you came in the front, but you had to go 4 blocks, maybe 5 blocks over, 5 streets over, before you could get to the clubhouse. And so I was like, it's not universal for everybody. So that was first phase. So I was like, this is built kind of weird. Prices were low, but it's the same builders. And as it turns out, they decided to do this. The same scammers from Santo Domingo has scammed people in Punta Cana. This is why there should be a national database. This is bad. This is what I'm talking about right here. There's people who purchased at West Side Residences in 2020, 2019, and now I'm hearing about this in 2025. That means all those people, those 500 to 1,000 people are telling their friends, don't go to the DR and buy any property. You're going to get scammed. Those people who bought at the beach early and didn't have a resolution because the way they were doing people, they were telling people the same way. The people all over the island from different viewpoints is telling people. So people are coming to visit, but they're going to stay in the all-inclusive locations. because there's no reason to come out if you have the money. You're going to say, well, why should I come out when I have all I can eat restaurant, bar, drinks, have a water park, have rock climbing, have the beach, have shows? Why would I go out and go mingle when I don't have to? And that's why the occupancy rate is higher for hotels, even though they cost more money. People are willing to say, I'll spend my $500 per night. I'm not going to stay at the Airbnb for $125 or $150. It's not worth it. And that's why the occupancy rates are not 80% at Airbnbs at the moment. But if we don't get an extra million people that come this year, at least let's just round it up to 800,000. That's what we really need. 800,000 people per month. We can get that in probably January or close, February and March. But if we don't get 800,000 plus in January, February, and March, each one of these months, then that means we're going to fall well short of 9 million. All right? Just keep that in mind. Paul Castile, my email address is support@stopstrugglingnow.com. Send me a message, or you can post it up on Instagram, Stop Struggling Now, or you can post it under the video. Well, no, you can't post a link under the video, though. You're restricted. Everybody's restricted. Send me support at Stop Struggling Now. Any links to show me the west side. I didn't know about that. I haven't ran across it yet. That would be horrible. There's a lot of stuff going on, and that's why I implore any developer, all developers should be sending out emails to all of their buyers and saying, this is what we are doing. Now, I understand there's still some unscrupulous people like these West Side developers, I guess, didn't learn their lesson once, and now they're scamming people again. This is why I started getting information from developers starting about 6-7 months ago. Whenever somebody talked to me, I would say, okay, I need the developer's ID. I need their information. I need to see their ID. I need to see their cedula. Because I want to keep track. So if you scam people, I want to be able to post it. That's what I've been doing. And that's how I've weeded out a lot of people. Like at Vistancia, the one guy's pretty cool. Vistancia Caribe, but he's a marketer. When I asked him, hey man, send me over pictures of the actual developers, nothing. That's when I start suspecting red flag. But it was already too kind of late because we talked about Vistancia Caribe. Then after he came on a second time, he proved break out some paperwork. Then after we hang up, can't get in touch with the guy. Because now I had questions because we're actually out there. There's nothing there. There's nobody even with dump trucks out there. So I'm like, what's happening? Then none of what you're saying is actually adding up. So I haven't heard from him. Called him like he said, no answer. Sent him messages, no answer back. I'm like, okay, just what I suspected from the first time to the second time. But it took a minute. But again, too late. People have bought in there, and now they're subject to be getting abused as well. So this is not over yet. The government decides that they don't want to do anything about it. They're too busy trying to get as many people here on the island as possible and not build infrastructure and not do the right thing. This is what I'm finding out about the DR. You got a bunch of people who don't want to ultimately do the right thing. They're going to promise you the moon, and then they're just BSing. Like I said, the ops have 3 months before I'm back. All right. So anyhow, that scares me too, Paul Castile, because I was rocking with DR from 2019, a lot in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. And then over the last year, as I started doing the takeover for 2024, and a lot of people were like, wait a minute, what's he talking about? He's going to take over. Because I was like, you guys are slacking. Well, then I got a lot of pushback over there. All of a sudden, people were like treating me like the enemy. I was like, hold on. What do you mean? I've been promoting you guys for 4 years. And now you're going to say because I said I'm going to come take over because you guys are not getting the right titles on time. You're not getting your building permits because you already know you can't when you don't own the land. You have a lease agreement. You're renting land and all this stuff. So doing a transfer of title is actually going to take you 2 to 2.5 years. So you telling people you're going to build something in 2 years, knowing full well title won't be transferred until damn near 3. So now you have to have a delay. And that explains the 5-year, 6-year, 7-year build times. So I said, oh no, I'm not going to be with you. I'm not with you guys when we're talking about business. You guys want to rip people off. That's your business. But that's going to backfire in the long run, because sooner or later delivery has to be made. And if no delivery happens and it's another year after and it's 2 more years after, people start saying, hey man, I gave you 50,000. I gave you 100,000. I gave you 150,000 and I have nothing to show for it, not even a piece of paper, other than this bogus contract that you gave me. So that is what I've been talking about for the last 2 years, is the infrastructure has not been improved. And they're still hiding behind, we're going to, we may do, we're gonna do. I'm like, dude, you should have been on the electrical grid. You should have been on the sewer. You should have been on water treatment. You should have been on data centers. You should have been on solar panels, some way of getting wind and solar and all that on the island. But no, you want to act like dumbasses and keep SEPN in control and keep other people in control, when in fact they're hurting your tourism, they're hurting your citizens, they're hurting everybody. But I'm going to be the bad guy because I'm talking about it. You're damn right I'm going to be the bad guy. And oh, by the way, I'll still be there in May too. All right, man. Don't get me started. The news channel have a YouTube video about this. Take a look at it when you get a chance. Hey, man, we're live. We're talking about Larimar right now, who's in the same boat, making promises, but they're, saying shit that they can't cash. Do you believe? No. Do you believe? No, I don't believe. You can give me back my money, though, since you believe. You can give me back my money. I'll take it. You can give me back whatever, 13 to I don't know how much I even gave him. One of these days I'll go look. 13 to 20, it wasn't 20, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere between 13 and 18,000. Might be 20, I don't know. But I think it's 13 to 18,000. Something like that. I stopped making payments, in case you guys don't know, because I was like, they're bullshitting. So it's clear. I mean, that's the way I look at it, regardless. So now I went over that. So here's what I'm going to do. You said West Side Residences, right? We're going to go look, man. You know how we do this. We don't West Side Residences, Punta Cana. Scam? I don't think that'll be a thing. West Side Residences. Oh, here it is. Uh-oh. Oh my. West Side Punta Cana scammers 1 year ago. Oh my. Buyer beware. Damn. How come nobody... Well, I didn't really promote West Side, so maybe that's why nobody contacted me. Hold on. Just a second. Let me get something up here. Let's go see what's going on. Hold on a minute. Just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go see what's happening here. Oh, that's a commercial. Okay, hold on. Let me see if we can get this up. Hold on. What's happening? Skip this. Oh.
And to let you guys know as a warning, if you are thinking of purchasing a home or having a home built in Punta Cana, there are scammers. They cannot be trusted. They will take your money and leave you high and dry.
Oh my God. Whoa. This person has been saying this since a year ago. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about.
I was scammed out of my deposit. I have not heard back from this company after making several calls, requesting updates. The process is putting down a deposit and they will begin the work on laying the foundation and to start building your home. I did this.
Oh man, this is bad. This is because West Side residences were villas. So it's easy to sit there and say, I can't remember how much their properties were, but they were inexpensive. Let's just say they were 130. So she could have put down 10% at the time, so that's 13 grand. Then they would have poured her foundation like she says. So now you're thinking you're feeling good, right? Man, that's crazy.
I put a deposit down because I wanted to build a home for my parents that own land in Punta Cana. And my family, my parents, as well as myself, have tried reaching out to this company, and no one has returned our calls.
See, wow, this is 1 year ago. Holy smokes. The warning was out, but unfortunately, Sky Love. Wow.
Do not use this company. Please do not, because I do not want you to go through the same thing that I'm going through right now. And I'm just now finding out that there are several people that have lost a lot of money using their services to build a home, which their home was built, but they're actually having to come out of pocket.
Oh man, this is bad. Holy smokes. Can you guys believe this right now? This is crazy. This is absolutely sickening.
More money to repair their home
No.
based on poor material, cheap material that were used to build their home. Homes that are built on ground level. So every time it rains in Punta Cana, water seeps inside the home.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is one of the things that I have mentioned before. You know, when you're not there during rainy season, you don't know actually what the field does. This is one of my things about we're talking about Larimar, Cruise on Land, even Vista Cana. You don't know where the water settles at when it rains heavily. And your condo, your villa could be right in the middle of it. That is crazy. So think about that sometimes. So next rainy season, you might say, hey, why don't I go up inside Vista Cana when it's rainy season, September, October, November. Maybe I should go over to Bavaro area and see what it's like, where it floods at. What's it like with a lot of rain on the road? These are the things that, as an investor, sometimes you have to do. And now that she's mentioning this is incredible that this is, oh my God.
Causing major damage to the home. Please do not use this company. They cannot be trusted. They are scammers. I do not want you to go through what I'm going through right now. Money that I have lost. Please do not use them.
Wow.
I just wanted to put the word out there to warn you guys.
Wow.
I don't use them. Please do not use them.
Wow.
Thanks.
Wow. The same developer, the original developers for the beach. Wow. I don't see anything else though. Man, I'll take the word scam off because that may have something to do with it. West Side Residences. Yeah, here's what I saw. This villa right here, Modella, is what I think. That's what I saw 4 years ago. That would be 2021. Yeah, I was there like end of 2020. Yeah, I went there. Oh no, they didn't have that though. They didn't have that in the back. But yeah, these were villas, simple. Some are already done. It was sweet. But look at that, 99,000. Yeah, they were pretty inexpensive. 130 is, like I said, 4 years ago. 5 years. Here we go. That's more like when I was around there. Uh, man. So they changed the furnishings. Let's go see. I can't find I can't find West Side Residence's scam though. Uh Lawyer. Okay. Let's see if we got uh-oh. West Side 1 year ago. I can't read this Spanish. This is no firm contract West Sides. I don't know. Speak on. I don't know what a bogado is. Hey, everybody. Tomorrow, February 5th, here's Johan. Johan Confidante. Make sure you get the link. Hold on. Let me get the link for you. Register tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can actually go ask him about it if you are part of. Here's the link to register or any other projects. He's going to be on at 7 p.m. You have to register right now so you can get a link. But that's terrible. This is terrible. I mean, damn. I feel so bad because, again, I was a big gung-ho supporter, believing in the projects, the property, the deeding, the everything. And as it turns out, there's a lot of people at jeopardy with these purchases. Yeah. But sign up with Johan. You can ask him tomorrow because there's no avoid a scam because the way it is. I'll talk about something right now. In fact, this is one of the things that I think should be changed in the DR. It's similar to what you have in Miami. And what do I mean by that is this. If you do the program that they have in Miami where, okay, you put 10% down, then you put down another 5% when the foundation is filled. After you get to the fifth floor or the second floor, whatever you want to call it, because these buildings are mostly 4 or 5 stories high. But when you get to the second floor, then you get another 10%. So if they take a year and a half to get to the second floor, then your 10% is not due until that second floor is finished. So you have that whole time not to pay anything. Then when you get up to, let's just say it had 17 floors, like Larimar. So it could be like when you get up to the 5th floor, you give us another 10%. When we get up to the 12th floor, 15th floor is finished, then you give us another 10%. When we top it off at the top, then you give us another 10%. And now, at that point, it's on delivery because all the units have been finished and you have like 60 to 90 days. That would have been so cool if they had like the Miami deals, because then you don't have nothing to worry about, so to speak, because you're just like, I'm only giving you partials based on your performance. So if DR adopts that, which they should do that like yesterday, because a lot of people would feel a lot better than giving people 50% down or 60% down. And when they get delivery dates, you're still looking at holes or nothing at all or shoddy work. And so therefore, that would change the whole game and people get to come. Like you finished the 5th floor. So if you're on 1st through 5th floor, you're sitting there like, okay, you're already chilling because you've already inspected your stuff. You're checking out your stuff. You're just like, okay, but they haven't finished yet. So delivery can't happen. So you can wait this whole time, a year or two or three or four, then you wouldn't be upset. You'd be like, okay, if you want to take so long, fine. But at the same time, I don't have to pay no more money because you haven't even got up to the second floor yet. So when you get to the second floor, call me. So if you want to take a year and a half or 2 years to do it, so be it. But I didn't have to make monthly payments along the way while you're doing nothing. See, so that's the difference. This is sad. This is upsetting, quite frankly. This is what I've been talking about ever since the end of last 6 7 months about DR. Because when I did the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Investors Forum, which is almost a year ago now, since May, after the fallout from May, out of all the BS that happened and all the people that are just shady, that's when everything started going south. I was just like, I'm not trusting nobody over there at all. They'll be right there smiling in your face, lying to you, doing anything they can. And then when you say, give me my money, all of a sudden, oh no, 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 no. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. Always a change of something, reason why you can't give somebody their money that they supposedly earned in our agreement. I'm like, okay, you guys are not my friends and I'm not your friends. You're all ops at this point. So that's why now I don't really care because, yeah, they have my money. But again, that's not going to stop me. I'm not going to be that punk ass person that goes, oh, they have my money, so I can't talk shit about them because, oh, they might not give me my money back. Oh, no. See, that's the difference. Most people are just like that. Oh, they're not going to give me my money back, so I don't want to talk bad about them. They have my money. They have your money either way. If they're not going to do the right thing, it ain't going to matter what you say. So the point of the matter is, they're not going to give the money back. Just like Larimar has money. They're talking all this garbage like, oh, you don't believe we're going to be done by December 2025. I'd say, hell no. But by the way, I don't have to believe. Since you believe it, just give me my money back. What's the problem? Okay. But no, they don't want to give me my money back. So now you're telling me I don't believe you. You telling me I should believe you, but you don't give me my money back and sell it to somebody else? To me, if I have hot property, it's economics 101. If I have something people want and somebody says, hey, Eric, give me my money back, I'd be like, okay, since you decide to buy it, I'll take a 10% fee for giving you the money back. And then I'd just list it again. I'd be like, okay, hey guys, you guys can come get this. Who wants this? And by the way, I'll just add like a $10,000 to it because the price is higher. And it'll still be below our highest price. So I'll just send it out to everybody that said they wanted to buy and say, hey, this guy refused, just like the guys at Sabana for one of our members' deals, where she would have had to pay like $350,000 to $375,000 for the villa. But the developers at Sabana said, oh no, somebody returned it, so we're just going to give her the same price. We don't need to upprice it. We like the price. The person said they didn't want it, so we took it back and we'll sell it to you for the same price. So they basically are back in the same position. Sold, the down payment's the same, the money's the same, delivery date's the same. So they win. Meanwhile, the first person they're not out bad mouthing Sabana because they were like, hey man, I got my money back from those guys. It was sweet. Just like I don't badmouth Panorama Garden, Panorama Lake, or anything, because Panorama Garden gave me back 100% of my money. So I can't talk shit about them. I got nothing but love because they were like, they didn't even do nothing. I just said, hey, I want my money back. They said, oh, you do? Sign these documents. We'll wire the money back to your account. And it came back within like a week. Done. So Panorama, for all intents and purposes, doesn't like me. But at the same time, so what? They sent me the money back. And I helped sell a lot of units in Panorama Garden and Panorama Park. I didn't get any compensation for it, just so you guys know. No compensation for anything in Vista Cana. Zero. Just so you guys know. But I have no problem with the owners of the project when they see me, nothing but love, as you guys know. So this is the whole point. I'm glad you brought that up. In some cases, the builder is asking owners an extra 50K. Yeah, I know. To finish building your house. Otherwise, take me to court then and you'll lose your money. Yes, that's the infrastructure that they never wanted to clear. Exactly. The government doesn't want to do anything about it. That's exactly the MO. That is what the other project did when they charged people an extra 60%. So they're doing the same thing that Christopher did. People thought they bought a 2-bedroom for 40 some $1,000. After they finished developing it, they told the people that no, it's not 40 some thousand, it's 60 some thousand. Like 60, I think it was. They went from like 45, 47, 48 to 66, talking about a 30 to 40 to 60% increase. They had to get lawyers, they had a lawsuit, yada yada, but still people had to spend 2 to 2.5 years to make payments, 3 years. Then they find out, oh, you owe us almost an extra 20 grand. So this is exactly what happened here with West Side, apparently. The same old little. So all these people, keep in mind, all these people are now out talking bad about, just like that lady said, don't invest in the DR. This is what the DR doesn't understand. They're too busy picking up peanuts, picking up pennies for the gazillions of dollars that they would have been able to have. That's what I'm saying. They're willing to scam me out of a few $1,000s. I can badmouth them all over the world, and they're going to lose out on billions. That's what's the weirdest thing about the DR ecosystem. And so therefore, this is why I've been talking about this for a while. And Larimar is no better than any other developer. They can talk all the BS about, hey, we're on the stock market, but they haven't shown anything different than any other developer. It looks like they're going to be just like 99.9%, no delivery on time and hardly any communications. And then something's going to change down the line like it just now changed for phase 1. Things are going to change. And then you're going to get stalled out because they have one thing going for them that's bad. Them, Atlantida, all the projects that have spent 2-3 years wasting their time instead of building anything. What happens if there's a downturn in the economy and the Americans and Canadians aren't coming over to the island? And now they're hearing stories of like West Side, the beach, and Larimar has a bad reputation, by the way. Everybody said, don't buy there. Don't think about buying there. Don't do that. I mean, the reputation wise on the island was all that. That's why you hardly see anybody promoting it at all, other than Larimar themselves and the CEO and some other people I won't mention because I like them. But nonetheless, that is the problem that's going on in the DR. It's not an isolated incident. It's the whole country. So when I started talking to the accountant about SS and Lifestyle Music Festival, and I started telling him, hey, man, I need you to possibly get something together for me because he handles my SS and Lifestyle stuff. I said, oh, I might get my first payment off the island after 9 months. He's like, what? Really? I said, yeah, but here's what's happening. So I started explaining it to him. Then he said, oh, man, I'm surprised that they did do it like that. They shouldn't have been doing it like that. You have to do it this way. I said, okay. If I need you, then I'll come back to you and you can sort it out. But he's telling me this is what they needed to send. I got to send them an invoice. I have to have a breakdown so I don't get 10% withholding. He started doing all this stuff. I said, but it's not falling under that. I said, they actually owe me commission. So it's going to fall under the commission structure. So they're supposed to deposit money in my damn bank account. So we're on to day 2 tomorrow. Or no, today is day 2, by the way. So day 3, am I going to get a deposit in my account after 9 months? Half of what they should have owed me. We'll see. But so far it's 0. So we'll see. Again, this has been a nothing but the takeoff. So this is all I find in the DR. So you have to be very, very careful. Cheap viewers. Okay. Paul Castillo. To see the YouTube news video about this, just type Westside Residences Pesadilla. And it's 38 minutes long, and you could use English caption. Oh, okay. You know I'm going to go look, man. Pesadilla. Let's go look that up. Hold on. Why can't I? Oh, wait a minute. We have it still. Let's go with Pesadilla. Okay, Rebe. I think, right? Let's go see. Hold on. Let's see if we can get that up. Wow. I hope it's this year, or 2024. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's 2024, man. That would be awesome. Let's see. Uh, no. No, I found the lady came up again. No. Not happening. Okay. Let's go look at this. Pesadilla, Imoca, El Informe. Westside Residences, Pesadilla, El Informe. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Alright, forget the lawyer part. Forget the Punta Cana part. Let's go see if this helps. Let's see. Oh, 2 days ago. Oh, this isn't no. Oh, this is 2 days ago. Oh, my. Hold on a second. Oh, my. Wow. Hold on. This is wild. Wow. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Oh, my God, this is heartbreaking. Thank you, Paul Castillo. This is heartbreaking, man. Holy smokes. Yeah, 2 days ago. Oh, no. You know I'm going to talk about this. This is the beach developer.
De toda su vida en febrero de 2020,
Look,
justo un mes
February
antes del
2020.
inicio de la pandemia.
Ahorita
Wow.
mismo, parémonos aquí.
Sueño que con la ayuda de su hija estaba a punto de hacerse realidad.
Era un proyecto que era prometedor en ese entonces. Era un proyecto en plano. Luego de eso, ellos ofrecían piscina, parque ecológico. Era un proyecto de 3 etapas. Yo compré en la primera etapa. Mayo del 2019, ya yo
May
decido que voy a hacer.
2019. Oh, my God. And this is 6 years later. Oh, damn. 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 Whew. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is heartbreaking to see. Promoting these guys all this time. This is 38 minutes. I'm probably going to get some copyright stuff, but
a firmar
damn.
contrato.
Se refiere al proyecto
Yep, that's
Westside
it.
Residences, Punta Cana, a cargo de la compañía Grupo Paseo, empresa que según su registro mercantil emitido en 2014, tiene como objeto social la construcción de proyectos urbanísticos, como también edificaciones de apartamentos, registrada a nombre de Joan González y Adela Mota, ambos en calidad de gerente.
Oh, no. The same guys that started the beach stuff. Wow. Santo Domingo. They did it again. Wow. This is sad. Very, very sad. Wow. Wow.
El precio total era $176,000. Entonces quedamos que si yo hacía pago de $10,300, yo iba a tener un descuento de un 5% por pronto pago.
En su contrato de opción de compraventa consta la descripción del inmueble como una villa de 200 metros cuadrados, tipo 6, ubicada en el solar número 3, dentro de la manzana 16 de la primera etapa, que sería entregada en agosto de 2020.
El último pago yo lo realizo enero del 2021.
Oh, my God. No. Ladies and gentlemen, this is sickening, saddening to see. All the promotions in the world can't stop scammers. Oh, my God. This is terrible. Wow. I'm only going to listen to this a little bit more.
Como había una pandemia y dicen que para causas fortuitas se pueden retrasar y ellos no son penalizables, todo eso lo decía la opción de compra. Entonces ya ahí yo estoy esperando el tiempo, siempre me mandan videos del avance del proyecto, pero no específicamente de la casa que yo compré.
En uno de los videos enviados por la constructora agregaron el mensaje: estimados propietarios, disfruten este video con los avances de la obra, donde ya podemos apreciar las primeras unidades listas que estarán siendo entregadas próximamente.
Well, they're using the old tactic that's always around. They're saying, look at what we're doing. So we'll fast forward to, remember, some of you may not have been around when I was talking about Primavera 2. And of course, I have a problem with Primavera 2. I also stopped payment immediately, and then they gave me back half of what I put down. And then on delivery, I don't even know if anybody still lives there. This is from 2021, and now we're in 2025, and it was 4-level high condos, 12 units. I think it was 12, four on each side, so 16, and the penthouse was on the top, and they had 2 different buildings that they didn't tell anybody. Primavera 2 had these condo projects, and little did anybody know they made 2 of the condo projects, but they always had renderings showing the first condo project as being the only condo project there. So now when they developed the first thing and they sent me an email that said, hey, delivery now, December is now, I said, oh, I never paid you guys except for the down payment. And you guys never answered back in English, but when we were doing everything, you answered in English. Then all of a sudden acted dumb like you don't speak Spanish. So I said, oh, something's weird. That's why I never sent any more money. So the down payment was only $8,200. And they sent me back 44, I think it was. 42, 44, somewhere in there. Half of what it was when they initially said they were going to send me everything back. With or without the lawyers involved. The lawyers involved, they said they're going to send me everything. When I got the wire information, it was half. Then I talked to the lawyers. The lawyers, they're like, oh, well, we're only going to give out half or take us to court. So then it was obviously they know the situation. If they go to court, then I'm going to spend that much. So it was like, all right, give me the half. So I'm at the half again for another payment from some other clowns. So same thing is happening. Losing money in the DR is a thing, apparently. Jesus Christ, this is unbelievable.
En el mismo 2021, yo voy de vacaciones con mi familia a Bávaro y cuando venimos de ellas para acá, hablo a la oficina para entrar al proyecto, para que mi hija vea el proyecto, porque ella no lo conocía. A pesar de que ella es la que envía el dinero, que yo solamente hago negocios aquí por ella. Cuando pasamos, está igual. Cuando comenzó la pandemia, estaban las zapatas. Está igual, no hay ningún avance.
Narra que no fue hasta 2022 cuando inició su pesadilla.
Luego, febrero del 2022, alguien, una mitad me dice, mira, hay alguien que está interesado en el proyecto, ¿cuál es la propiedad tuya para yo pedir que voy a ver esa y de una vez enseñarle? Cuando él va, sigue igual. Me dice, mira...
What I tell you, this is what I just told you guys about 20 minutes ago. Her friends asking her, hey, what happened? Let's go by and check out your property. Let's do this, that, and the other. Now she has to tell him after it's 2022, she has delivery in 2020, and her friends now asking her in 2022, hey, what happened? Let's go check out your property. It should have been built now. How's it going?
Yo te recomiendo que busque un abogado o que hable seriamente con esa persona, porque aquí no han hecho nada. Pero ya yo pagué hasta el contraentrega. Ya yo he pagado 142 mil y algo de dólares ya.
Conserva todos los comprobantes de los pagos realizados, así como también los recibos firmados y sellados por la constructora.
Yo estaba totalmente ilusionada con esa propiedad. Va un hermano mío a Punta Cana y le digo yo, déjame aprovechar y irme con ustedes. Y yo voy con mi agenda y todo.
Asegura nunca imaginó lo que estaba a punto de escuchar ese día.
Cuando yo voy y pido que voy a entrar al proyecto, me dicen que sí. Me encuentro con un arquitecto en la oficina de venta. Me dice, ¿cuál proyecto? ¿Cuál es la propiedad que usted va a ver? Le digo, Solar 3, la manzana 16.
Damn.
Me dice, ¿y usted es la dueña de esa propiedad? Digo yo, sí. Dice, pero esa propiedad la mandaron a parar en el 2021 por falta de pago.
Cuenta pasó meses esperando respuestas y fue un año después cuando decidió interponer una denuncia.
Cuando ya nosotros comenzamos el proceso en julio del 2023, porque no recibimos respuesta, en noviembre de ese mismo año, 2023, yo recibo un mensaje de la secretaria de un español. No recuerdo el nombre del español. Tuvimos una reunión con él aquí en el 2023.
See, she's going to get the usual runaround. No infrastructure for this.
Fiesta.
La persona se habría presentado como un nuevo inversionista del proyecto.
Que ellos asumieron Grupo Paseo porque Joan no tiene dinero, y tenían que sacar el proyecto adelante. Y
All right. So, just so everybody knows, I'm not going to get deep into this. I'm going to put a link so you guys can go check it out yourself. These are the same owners as the beach. So notice this coincides with 2022 and starting in around 2022. The beach also, the owners, they are correct. Somebody else came in and said, we're going to take over the project. The person that came in and took over the project at the beach, they still apparently may not have had money or whatever the case may be. So that didn't get worked out probably for another 6 months into the 2023 era, somewhere at the beginning of 2023. And that's why it's in 2024 and at the end of 2023, the beach downtown, that project, why it started getting built. Because whoever took over and bought these guys out, yes, they did do it. And they also owned West Side. So this correlates with what she's saying, just so everybody understands. So this is what's going on. This is sickening.
Las opciones que me tenían eran las siguientes. que yo desistiera del contrato, un desistimiento de contrato, para ellos hacer la villa, venderla y luego que la vendan, devolverme mi dinero sin una fecha.
Esa opción, narra, quedó descartada para ella.
La otra opción era que yo pagara $68,000 más. O sea, yo debía 24,500 más 68, que lo fuera pagando por cuota durante 8 meses.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what the beach did. All of a sudden, they jacked everybody's price up. What was it? That's the thing that they went from like. Uh, there was a $205,000 deal. The guys come in, and the next thing you know, it was 215, 220. Then 24 hours later, it's 235. Then another 24 to 48 hours later, it was 250. I said, nah, you guys are acting crazy at the beach. So this coincides with what she's saying. All of this matches.
El aumento en su caso representaba un 40%, pasando el inmueble de $176,000 a $235,000, algo que para ella.
Great content needs a...
This is sad. Very, very sad. Wow. Oof. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. I'm going to leave this because this is depressing. We were talking about Larimar, and now I find out these guys are on the hot seat. This is like, man, this is exactly what the problem is in the DR right now. This is why when Larimar sits there and talks to me about we're good, everything's going to be fine, I'm just like, dude, do you understand the track record of projects in the DR late? 99.9% are late. Out of that, you have like a 10% to 15% no bueno. People losing money because projects are not done. And when you have thousands of projects and you have hundreds of projects not being completed and people losing money, that ends up being millions of dollars that could have been invested in legitimate projects that now gets flushed down the toilet with lawsuits, with now pending the situations where people are asking, hey, what happened? You were going to get that 2-3 years ago. How did it all work out? And you got to respond with, damn, it didn't. And I'm suing them. That's not good responses. So now you're meeting more people are getting negative information, and then you're wondering why your real estate market sales go down. Your prices are going up, your real estate market is shrinking, and now you're having less buyers. And now your tourism is going to decline or be in a stable, we had 8.5 by air this year, we could easily do 8.7 next year. Not enough to increase building all these so-called second homes or short-term rental type properties. That's a disaster waiting to happen. And unfortunately, Larimar playing around has put themselves into a situation where they have no momentum. And now if there is any downturn or tariff wars and things like this, now they're not going to have the buyers to come here from America and Canada and other areas because there is a downturn. If there's a downturn in the U.S., there's going to be a downturn in the rest of the world. So therefore, you're going to lose out on buyers all the way around. And now you're going to end up having to either build stuff or not build. And the more people that don't build, the more developers that do not build, means you could have a crash scenario where people start going, well, you know what? All I heard was I had 500 people. I have 2 friends here that bought, 5 people bought here, friends of somebody, and they're hearing, don't buy, don't buy, don't buy. And sooner or later, you're going to have this news, not only in the DR, you're going to have that news in the United States, in Canada. So that's going to happen. So remember all of these things, whether I have a lawyer or not, go sign up. I put them in the chat room. Go sign up for tomorrow night. Talk with Johan Confidante. It's going to be a Zoom call. You can ask questions during his Zoom call. So go tell him you're from SSN Nation also in the chat room tomorrow night. Show some love, but you got to register early, all right? It's that simple. So you don't have anything to worry about, but I would highly recommend before you invest in the Dominican Republic, get the IDs, understand who the individuals are, because like I said, anybody I talk to about promoting any projects, as you guys noticed, I haven't been promoting many projects. And Seven Palms is fine, but I'm just going to give you guys an image. You know, I'm a broker on the island for SSN Lifestyle, SRL. So I have one deal with the guys at Seven Palms. Payment time is coming up. So we're going to find out if I have to say them off my list here shortly. If it ain't already, in fact, I'm going to hit them up tomorrow to find out. I should be having a check. So if they're like everybody else, we're going to know tomorrow. And that's why I have slowed my roll on promoting a lot of these projects, because since I became a broker, I started finding out they weren't paying their realtors. They're not paying brokers. Developers are keeping money. There's all kind of stuff going on the island that's out of pocket. So I just want to let you guys know that. So when Larimar sits here and says everything will be fine, don't worry, it could very well be fine. But we know now it's February. So we know it's not fine, because you're not delivering nothing in 7 months. Nothing's delivered in 7 months. I don't even care if you have panels. You can't build no more than one 17-story high building with panels in 6 or 7 months. You don't even have infrastructure yet. You don't even have water lines that you could actually do sewer if you even had the buildings built. So I don't see how this is even possible. And everything cost. So we're going to talk about it. How do you sign up for the lawyer with the lawyer? Here's the link. This is for the Zoom call tomorrow. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but Tamara Larry, another investor in the Dominican Republic, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Very happy to see you. I'll put the link in the chat room again for everybody. Sign up. And it is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, February 6th, which is Thursday, February 6th. So don't forget about it. That's how you go sign up. Here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen, right there in YouTube, on Twitch. That's it. Instagram not running tonight because I got an error because of the error on the live stream to begin with. But this is why you have to choose wisely who you are getting property from. Again, this is why I need the owner's info ID. Know that they're around. I can't go with the situation anymore of, well, we're promoting the property. It's good. We checked it out. And now I have my lawyer check it out. He says, yes, they do have an agreement to buy the land. I'm like, okay, that's nice. But I want to see a picture. I want a cedula. I want a passport. I want everything from these so-called developers. And then most of the time, just like what happened with the villa inside Vista Cana, I can't remember the name of them that I was excited about. It was a 4-bedroom for $288,000 to $310 or $5,000 for something inside Vista Cana that was a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath villa. And so I said, hey, send over the information. Let me see their ID. Let me see their passport. I want photos. Day one goes by. You can trust us, bro. What do you mean? No, I trust you when you send me over what you look like. I want to see ID. I don't want to see a picture. I want ID now at this point. Cedula, passport, ID with your face on it. That's it. Because if I walk down the street and see your ass, you're an op, I got to do something. So that's how it works. All right? No more do these guys get to just walk around like, oh, they jack over people and get to walk around. I'm being honest. I'm a little bit skeptical about Larimar. Paul Castillo, you ain't the only one. Remember, I got money in over there too. Now, I didn't keep paying over the last almost 9-10 months. Maybe it's been a year. Because I think it was January of last year where I went there after they lied to my face and the SSN Nation's face in December of 2023 when they said, oh, we're going to have to, we can start building next month. We're waiting on one piece of paper. We're waiting on one thing. And so then I went back in January because I was getting that SSN Nation takeover, plus getting set up for 5 months later was the SSN Lifestyle Music Festival. So January comes, I go in January. I think I made a payment in January. I talked to them and I said, hey, by the way, we were just here in December. How come? What's happening? They're like, oh, no, we're not building yet, but trust us, bro. They're not using that language, but I'm just using that language. They were saying, trust us, man. Everything will be fine. But I'm like, trust us, bro. I'm like, last month you were saying you just need one piece of paper to start doing something. Okay, I'm back in January, made my payment. I think it was January. And that was my last payment. Because after that, I was like, nah, man. Then, because of the SSN Nation takeover and the Music Fest, I went back in February. So in February, I go, oh, another month goes by. Okay, are you guys actually out there building now? You got your permit? Oh, no, Eric, we got held up. And that's when, about that time, we make an agreement because I actually had video because of our man Film Videos, which is on YouTube. He had drone footage. So he was showing the progress on the cliff. So I was like, hey, man, there's no progress. There's not even any dumpsters. There's nothing. There's no dump trucks out there. There's no bulldozers. There's nothing out there. I'm like, what's going on? And then he's like, hey, man, would you do us a favor? Don't show any more videos on your YouTube channel of the cliff. So I said, oh, there must be something. Obviously, somebody else, the state or city or county must be watching the videos and they must not be able to do something on the cliff and they're doing something. So then I was like, okay, no worries. So I don't show nothing on the cliff for 6, 7, 8 months. So now we go back in December of this year for SSN Nation Investors Forum. I go to the office and these guys start this. You don't believe that's going to be done next year. And I said, you mean September 2025 and now it's December? No. Well, you were talking bad about us, but now you're in our face smiling at us. And I said, no, I'm in your face smiling at you because I have motherfuckers that bought from your ass on my word. And I got my money tied up in this crap. So I'm over here going, hey guys, what's up? What's happening? What's the new update? You guys still aren't building. What's going on? It's another year. So tell me about it. And still, don't get it twisted. I'm still mad. And I still ain't paying. And I'm still going to talk shit. I'm not responsible. You are. You took people's money, so you're supposed to be responsible for handling the development. I'm not supposed to be the piece of the mouthpiece for you guys. So anyhow, we get into it. And that was crazy. The SSN lifestyle thing is over. We're still there. gentlemen, that's cute. The Wi-Fi went out around here, so something happened. So there's a reset. Wow. Wow. All right. I don't know what happened. I think it's because I'm messing with my phone. I had to put in the hotspot right now. But nonetheless, I think ever since I was a non-believer, from when we have our Punta Cana Investors Forum every 6 months or so, they turned their back because I was telling the truth and they say I was lying. And here we are. March of 2026 is what one of the guys' contracts say. So even then, it's not going to be 1 year from now. They're not building a horizon. I'm going to have to go, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, there's some power fluctuations around here. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Don't forget to go check out Johan Confidante. I put the link in the chat room. At least I hope. Yes, I did. It's here. So go sign up. Don't be shy. And if you have any questions, you guys know where to reach me. Support at stopstrugglingnow.com. Or ask questions in the comment sections after the live stream's over. Or come over to Instagram and sign up for Stop Struggling Now and smash the follow button there. That way, on Friday night, when we have our man Cornbread from Chi-Town is gonna be in the house on Friday night, story night. It may be heavy on the story night, but you know how it goes. We can talk about anything. It's gonna be heavy on stories, and more stories. That's right. Cornbread. It's going to be a wild night from the get-go. So I'm excited. He says he's coming. 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, we'll talk business. Of course, we're going to talk about how to get money in your pocket. But you know it's story night, and he's going to come on. So we're going to have stories. He's from also Sacktown. So we're going to have a lot to talk about. Make sure you sign up, register, subscribe, like, subscribe, click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen, but everybody who's here now, you have to invest in something that's pretty much solid. We can't do pre-construction after this time. If you got your 7 Palms, like I know some people have purchased, that is fine because 7 Palms is an outlier. They're not part of the 99.9% of late developers. They actually are within their 180 days after the due date development, but they are not 3 year, 4 year after delivery date delivering. They are generally within their delivery timeframes. All of their projects thus far. Just saying. So therefore, they've already started on their 7 Palms luxury, 7 Palms adventure across the street from the second man-made beach. They already have started doing something with the foundations, and they still have over a year for delivery. A year and a half. Well, actually, it's a year and, well, it depends on which phase you're in, but it's a year and almost 2 years in some cases that they still have when you add the extra 6 months. So they have almost up to 2 years for delivery, and they've already at least have the outlines. They have stuff down. They should be pouring the foundation sometime soon, and they only go up 4 levels. So you can build 4 levels in 2 years. That ain't that hard. All right. When we're talking about 10 levels in 2 years or 15 levels in 2 years, now you're dreaming. It's a pipe dream. All right. Let's wrap it up tonight. Make sure you guys stay safe out here because you know it's getting harder and harder and the world is in chaos. You just never know what's going to happen. A trade war here, a deportations there, we're going to take over the Gaza Strip there. I mean, this is so unpredictable that what's going to happen this year, you're going to have to stick with the basics. Make investments that make sense outside of the country and even inside of the country, but you just can't stand pat. Those with the wealth will always win. And those who don't have the wealth, who hold the liabilities, you will always lose. So therefore, we want you to join us, the SSN Nation, with getting the wealth, assets that pay us. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, be due to everybody being under stress and duress, at least 70 to 78% of the population. I just want to say one other thing while I'm thinking about it. Because my middle daughter came to the funeral of my brother, and I started telling her, hey, how come none of my daughters want to come on my live stream? First, it was your uncle, Anthony, who has the books over here over my shoulder. You can find them. Duran Drake is my brother. You can find these books online at Amazon, at other locations, Barnes and Nobles, wherever. Star Cruiser Falcon 1, Star Cruiser Falcon 2. Go show some love, please. Some of them are actually free if you have the right Amazon, $2, $3, things like that in a digital format. The books themselves, I don't know where you would get them from because he was never privy. My brother was one of those people that was like, well, I'm not going to worry about any future. So there's no information on who the publishers are, which is easy enough to find, but there's no any other information. I mean, I found some manuscripts of Star Cruiser Falcon 1 and 2, and there's a Star Cruiser Falcon 3 start of a manuscript that I found. But as far as I know, he said he wasn't going to make a Star Cruiser Falcon 3. But hey, we're going to leave it up to the movie guys to decide. But back to my middle daughter. She said, oh, I'll come on. What do you talk about? I'm like, we talk about anything. So the floor will be yours. You can talk about whatever you want. But, you know, we talk about Stop Struggling Now, but you invest in stocks. So we can talk about that if you want. Or you can talk about anything. It doesn't matter. It all relates. You're familiar. So we'll see if I can get my daughter on down the line. Maybe one of these days she'll be, she'll stop being camera shy. So she'll come on and we'll have a little chat. Now you guys will get to see before I check out in 1 year and 4 months. That's all you got left, ladies and gentlemen. That means, can I make another 1,000 videos? That's the $1 million question. Will you guys actually watch another 1,000 videos? Well, you might have to find out because now that we're dealing with the family, my brother has passed away. The funeral went lovely. We had so many family members come from out of town and they were here. And it was nothing but love for 3-4 days. I feel rejuvenated, so to speak. And therefore, it's time to move. It's time to make something happen. Shake and bake, as they used to say. And there's a movie with the guy saying shake and bake. So once again, thank you so much, everybody. I love you guys for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me. You know where to find me. Support at stopstrugglingnow.com or they still have units available. Delivery's not till 2020. 2027, 2028, Seven Palms. The links are down below. You can check out the brochure. It looks like the in-house Wi-Fi came back on. So now I'm back connected. But again, Seven Palms brochure, Elites down below, Seven Palms, Atlantida, any of those, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. I suggest those are the guys, the only guys that I'm going to deal with. No vol, does Atlantida. Seven Palms, I love those guys. So far, so good. So those guys I'm still going to rock with, fine. Everybody else, suspect. Nonetheless, no more Oasis Park, no more with the Spaniards, none of that. So therefore, that's going to be over. And so they're only going to streamline a very few projects because I'm not going to be doing any projects myself. That's how it's going to go. So just so you guys know, so I am a skeptic for everybody at this point. Nobody gets to get a free pass. That doesn't even mean cruise on land. They're using panels. Nobody gets a free pass. Noval, Atlantida, they've always been 6-7 years late. Just like La Reserva is 7 years late. This is just ridiculous stuff right now. Atlantida is late. Oceana is late. Everything they touch is late. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. The Cana Rock properties are late. 5, 6, 7 years. So many properties are late. And unfortunately, there's a economic downturn every generally 7 to 8 years. But it's been extended because the last one was 2008, 2009. Then the pandemic was self-induced. So literally, there should have been a downturn in the last 5 years, but there wasn't. Economic downturn, not a health downturn. So there wasn't. So it got extended. So we are overdue, ladies and gentlemen. So now you got to have those assets that pay you even if the economy is down. And so therefore, get on the program. I'll see you on Friday night. We'll be talking some more business, but more story time because Cornbread's going to be here. And with all that said, make sure you keep your head up. Keep moving. And